Welcome back. Let's go to the futures pits in Chicago. Bob Iacchino of LotusBrokerage.com is with us. 124 euro in gold continues to go, and oil is going down. At least it's interesting, Bob, but I don't know if you can explain it to me.
Oh, it's interesting. Do you remember the movie A Fish Called Wanda?
Yes.
Remember how the old woman was walking out with the 3 dogs? Michael Palin would try to kill her, and one of the dogs would get killed.
Yes.
That's what I feel like. Every time I walk out with a dog, something drops on one of my dogs. It's been just, it's been traumatic. It's been, you know, we talk about the investor that got traumatized in 2008. We talked about them last week, trying to get back into the market, trying to find an opening, and then something like the quote-unquote flash crash happens. And I just don't know what's going to bolster this thing. When last time I was on, I talked about a very strong 2010 in toward the end of the year. I still believe that from a standpoint of earnings, but you know, I've got to see some verve. I'm not seeing any verve in the market. I'm not seeing any spunk to it.
It's a little weird because we came back strongly on Wednesday. It's like, wow, this is unbelievable. Look at this. Look at technology. And then yesterday, just into the close and down today. It almost looks like an inflection point where, you know, we made it back 75, 80%. Now all bets are off or something.
It was strange, Joe, because did that 400 points feel like 400 points, really? I mean, I remember glancing up at the TV every, I don't know, 30 seconds on CNBC the whole time, and I just couldn't believe that we were rallying the way we were because phones weren't ringing like they normally do, and it just, there was no volume to it. There was, once again, no excitement behind it. It almost seemed like a sigh of relief rather than a rally, and it just didn't, you know, getting back to where we were before the flash crash. You know, once again, imagine that shock from the retail investor, the investor on the street, who now seems to be saying, okay, we're back to where we were before. I finally got back in. Just get me out. I don't want to be involved anymore. That's what this sell-off feels like.
Can you explain oil?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a global weakness scenario. I mean, explaining oil has become very difficult. You know, over the last 5 years, commodities traders, stock traders have had to become oil-specific experts, along with gold and metals. You know, it's funny. Well, I like to take some anecdotal evidence.
Check. Do you have a monitor? There's the down 15%.
Yeah, I do. It's delayed, but I have one.
Up 8%. Yeah, I mean, just in the last month, that's a complete disconnect there.
Yeah, I don't think there's a belief in the global recovery anymore, and I think that seems to be affecting oil prices. Having said that, I'm a big believer in little anecdotal evidence, and when I walk in the trading floor every morning, I like to glance. There's a bunch of monitors down here with charts, and I like to see what charts people have left up from the night before, because I'm usually one of the first ones here. What I'm seeing a lot of lately is silver. I'm seeing a lot of silver charts because I think people want to get into precious metals. They think gold might be a little overdone. I happen to think gold's going to come off from 1,300 once it gets there. I think it's getting there. But silver is the chart I've seen up more than crude, more than gold, more than the S&P, in the home of the S&P.
Bob, thank you.
Thank you.
You are very welcome. Good luck. I don't know how many dogs you got left now.
I'm going to need it.
Yeah,
I got one.
You have one left. All right.
Yeah, and she's deaf, so even when I yell to get out of the way, she can't hear me.
Yeah. So, old. Okay. All right. Good luck. Take care.
See you guys. The old Stephen Wright joke, I had a dog. His name was Stay. So every now and then I would say, come here, stay. Come here, stay. He's not working for you?